We are taking calls at 617-830-4750. We're going to go to our next caller from the 503 area code. Caller, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, David. This is Mitch from Portland.
What's on your mind, Mitch?
So I had a question regarding Russia and your views in contrast to Kyle from Secular Talk.
Okay.
I was wondering if you would ever consider like having a discussion with Kyle or having an interview with him because of your shared audience and your shared opinions and views on so many issues. But with Russia, it's vastly different.
Yeah, I'm glad to talk to Kyle anytime about anything. I don't know what his view is. I mean, I know anecdotally people have emailed me and they said, David, Kyle disagrees that Russia is an issue. And oftentimes one-line summaries from my audience about what other commentators think are not as accurate as some might imagine. But, you know, I'm glad to talk about that, although I think that there's probably other issues that are important to both of us that maybe we could make more headway on. I mean, I think fundamentally, well, I guess I shouldn't comment without knowing what Kyle thinks. But fundamentally, there are sort of undeniable facts. And then from that, one can have a differing opinion about what percentage of one's time should be focused on Russia versus on healthcare versus on whatever. But I have a hard time imagining that Kyle and I would disagree on the facts, although maybe you know more than I do about this. I don't know.
I know that on particular stories, what's covered on the David Pakman show is more highlighted as Russia has more of an impact versus on Secular Talk, it's highlighted that Russia does not have an impact greatly or not at all on a particular issue. Sometimes Kyle says there is no connection whatsoever, but he definitely does emphasize that talking about single-payer healthcare is more important, like what you were suggesting right there, and that many other issues are much more important to talk about instead of Russia. But he definitely does believe that a lot of the Russia stories are not relevant at all, and that most of them are untrue, or a lot of them are untrue.
Okay, wow. Well, that's a lot there. I mean, I would be interested to hear more about that. I'm just not exactly up to speed on exactly what he thinks. All right, thanks so much for the call, Mitch. Appreciate it. Always great to hear from the West Coast.